Parsec's not up.
Hey, we're live again. I'm opening Parsec again. Because I'm not wasting any fucking time. We're fucking going. It's video games. We're gaming.
Did you try unplugging
Video
it
games.
and plugging it back in again?
Oh, wow. You wonder what got it to work again. Wow. Holy shit. It's almost like it's rude to unplug the router when someone else is using it too. And no one else is having issues with it except for you. Ain't that just a bitch? Anyway, King Dedede was bathing in the fountains of dreams. He had even taken the star rod, the source of the fountain's power, and broken it into pieces, and he gave to his underlings.
What a dick!
Now Kirby must embark on an adventure, Kirby's adventure even, to restore peaceful nap times to all the residents of Dreamland. Wow, what a deep lore! I'm sure that this series will be perfectly normal with its level of lore. Anyway. It's time to see how quickly I can beat this video game, because I was supposed to start 45 minutes ago.
Speedrun!
Meme attack! Oh god! Anyway, meme out of the way.
Meme attack!
He's dead now. Twice. Ow. I'm dead now. Twice. It's almost like getting caught up in tech issues for 45 minutes will do something to a man. Wow, I'm not used to this level, to this, input delay on this. I really gotta get a better upscaler for my GameCube setup, but my GameCube doesn't have the output for the, high-tech upscale thing that I've seen posts about. There are alternatives for that kind of thing, but it was a very cute little thing that looks like it fit right in. But yeah, like, the input delay is notable. And I don't like that. Wow. Well, happy birthday to me. I got the one up on the top of the thingy. Nice. Beat my boss. Oh yeah, just to document that document this on stream for the one person that's gonna be going back and rewatching this, which is probably just me, to laugh at my own misery. Today, my boss got fired.
Hell yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah. Rest in piss, Blast Furnace Bill. Yeah, I still don't want to get, like, into the weeds of it, because it is still a job that I work at, and it would probably be pretty easy for someone to, like, read shit. Speaking of reading, that man did not do any reads on that technique. Got him. Yeah. Kaboom. Wow, my stream commentary has gone through the fucking... gone down the absolute toilet after the nonsense I've done tonight.
For understandable reasons.
Yeah. But,
Anyway, have a happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday to me! I'm a quarter of a century old. Here I am playing a game that's older than... what year was this? 2001?
Something like that.
2003 at the latest. Oh look, a little hole in the wall. Woo!
Hole.
Probably fell into the hole. This fucking oppressive ass noise. Don't get over here.
This game came out in 2002. And it is a remake of a game that is exactly 1 year older than I am.
Yeah, wow.
To the day?
Not to the day.
Oh,
Well,
that's not exactly, you liar!
Everyone find the game that came out on your birth date. Not your birthday, your birth date. Everyone has to have one.
What's the distinction here?
As in, the exact day of your birth.
Same day and year.
In the same year. Like, Fire Emblem Awakening came out on my birthday, February 5th, 2013. But Harvest Moon 64 in Japan released on my birth date, February 5th, 1999. And that makes all the difference. And it's even funnier to me because I do not give a rat's ass about Harvest Moon.
I used to like the GameCube one, but that's really the only one I've put any decent time into.
Yeah. I know. I'm hopeful that the people behind the harvest. Yeah, I'm doing great. Don't worry about me. I'm hopeful that the people who did, who contributed to the Harvest Moon games
Fucking sit and wait for them to walk into your
went
fire.
into. I wish them the best of luck with the Story of Seasons games, and still lament that that name change had to happen at all, because Story of Seasons is not nearly as cool of a name as Harvest Moon, just from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not really their fault for getting fucked over by the legal team. That said, $0. That means free. It's free real estate.
Wow, free sword.
They do the Rune Factory games as well, so they're definitely doing fine.
Yeah, Rune Factory is explicitly a spin-off of Harvest Moon.
Oh, I should have done my thing where I'd hang out underneath the stage and let him fucking attack nothing for like 20 minutes. Anyway, he's dead. I killed him.
As near as I can tell, there were 0 video games released on my birthday.
Oh, you're not a real gamer.
No!
No, it's not actually all that common. I just found it very funny that when I was looking up things that came out, or like things that happened in February of 1999, or like games and movies that came out in February of 99, I was actually able to find one that was on my exact birth date. Oh man, I love these fucking sprites. He's so pointy.
Very spiky boy.
There's so much wind up to it. He's so excited to become a murder ball. I think the only version of Spike Kirby that will hang on. Funny
Here, pointy spice. There, pointy spice.
spent 3,000 years tech issues. Better let me do this.
Killed me when I was a
There we
kid.
go. It's very good. Remind me to read the descriptions for the... Why am I stopping and stabbing them? I literally am invincible.
Plus, second Fantasy Xenogear is a couple days before my birthday.
Oh. I think my my roommate in college was like born like a day or so, like almost exactly a month before. Actually, fuck, I'm gonna verify this.
Oh, I was 3 days old when Sonic 3 came out.
Oh.
Nice. Also, Gex Enter the Gecko like a week after my birth.
Eh.
Alright, I think, oh, good, a very important addendum. Apparently, according to Wikipedia, in terms of theatrical releases, Los Angeles is distinct from the United States, because Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, has its release date as May 16th, 1999, Los Angeles, and then May 19th, 1999 in the United States. They had to make a distinction for that. Which,
Special premiere, I guess?
yeah, but the fact that they say Los Angeles as if it's not part of the United States is very funny to me. I think that is the most pathetic fight against Wispy Woods I have ever seen, actually.
Just sit in place and stick them.
Yeah, he didn't even try and do anything to to like remove me from the premises. I just stood still. Normally, leaving in the event that you find yourself suffering a stab wound, you're better off leaving said sharp object in your body than removing it and bleeding to death. But he just
keeping the blood in there.
He just stood there and took it. Maybe it's because the trees don't have blood. Maybe the principle doesn't apply to them.
Might be a factor.
I mean, what would you call sap?
A bitch. and also my friend,
True enough.
but mostly a bitch. I did, as I was downstairs looking at my list of GameCube games, and I was like, what would be a fun thing to do? Ow! What would be a fun thing to do as a... No! My spikes!
No!
I've got an umbrella now. I was like, what would be a fun thing to do in terms of... Because, like, I've done... This was like the... Oh, fuck yes. Tornado. Ow! Bitch.
This may not be the game where Tornado is the single most overpowered ability, but it's still a damn good ability.
Yeah, even as a kid, I knew that the strategy for taking out King Dedede was just fucking use Tornado. Spoiler alert, King Dedede's in this game.
He's in the opening crawl.
What?
Gasp! But yeah, the reason I mentioned Phantom Menace earlier, though, is because my roommate in college was, I believe he was looking for his exact birth date, or like something that released close enough to his exact birth date, and I think Phantom Menace came up in the conversation. I might be just misremembering what month he was referring to, because my brain is fairly confident that he was born in October, but I know when we were having this discussion about this same thing, we mentioned Phantom Menace. And what should I do for your birthday? Archipelago stream where you do all of them. Just all, like, at the same time, mind. That was easy. It's almost like this game is made for babies. Archipelago would be fun. I do think a Sonic Mania Encore race has been in order for a little while. So I would definitely be willing to give that a shot.
Goodbye, D.
Yeah, Waddle Dee just floats down to his death. One controller for all the games. Oh, now you're talking, Rockman.
With Deathlink.
You have to be fucking incredibly careful. Alright, so I don't actually remember where they are in the sound, I ride like the wind. Fast. Too fast. What is going on in the bottom right? I never understood that. Like, I always thought that he was transforming into the wheel, not that he was riding on the front of the wheel.
He is getting run over. Too fast.
Yeah, but you'd think that it would be a demonstration of what he is doing, not what the ability does to him. I don't know. But I was trying to pause to see if there was a way that I could easily exit to the main menu, because I wanted to go into the sound test and show off the thing that I did, all the time as a kid when I would go into the sound test, and I would just play the opening line or the opening bit from the race song, and then just let it go forever. Or, more interestingly, try and time it out so that it sounds like it does in-game. Because in the... oh! My instincts got the better of me. Oh well. Yep, didn't think so.
Nope.
But, I would try and do the little race thing. UFO! How am I supposed to be a fucking UFO now? I'm a fucking UFO. I know I've had it explained multiple times, but I personally find it way funnier and somehow cuter if the words in part-time UFO are just completely just not what they are actually saying, and they're in fact declaring the fact that they are a fucking UFO. It's very fun. No, not that race song, not quite. I'll show it off later. But I also don't remember the sound. I don't remember the sound test numbers by heart like I did as a kid. Oh shit, it's he. Drink some water. Don't mind if I do. Once I don't die. How's it going, Careless, by the way? I see that you're the one that redeemed that. I heard you on the phone earlier, talking with Mom and Dad, and I learned something just a minute ago through secondhand that I was going to bring up on stream just because I thought it was a fun story. So Careless is in a Celeste modding server, and apparently someone that is in that same server found, like, they found out that they are actually in fact going to the same college, and I don't remember, I did not hear the details of how it happened, but regardless, it is very funny that it's like, an online friend, I'm gonna go out of my way to meet up with them in person, which he's done before, but then also the conceit of, an online friend that just so happens to be on the same side of the country as me, and also the same school. Yeah, I don't think it's the Strawberry Jam server. I think it's a smaller thing, because, I don't know. Well, I'll let Careless talk about what their mod, I don't know. I also don't want to immediately volunteer all of Careless and by extension my information on where we live, but you know, just the anecdote of, wow, this person is in the same I am
that could have gone really bad.
Tomatoes are delectable. Worth dying for. Send the screenshot of the weather. I love that. Short circuit my clock. Ow.
Oh yeah, I've seen that post. I couldn't even get it to work on YouTube, but it definitely was the culprit behind Twitch just not working anymore.
Ah! Sorry, I got some stragglers. Hang on. Ow, fuck. Well, okay, one of you's just fine. I'll hold on to the rest.
3
Hey!
friends live in the same area, go to the
Hey!
same school.
That is very funny. That is very funny. We'd love to see it. Imagine, like... Imagine being in the CATV, or like, I think the wildest thing for me was finding out that not only do we have people in the CA, like in the CA community that were specifically from other countries, but then also very specifically, there were 2 Norwegians of all countries. Like, Norway is not a very densely populated country. Like, I would get it if it was like, oh, like, you know, Ham and Dubby. Like, Dubby, I believe, found the CA community through Ham's thing, and it's more likely that...
Other way around.
Other way around? Okay.
Yeah, I found CA through Tumblr.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why, but I always... So then you just happened to stumble upon a completely different stream community that happened to actually be in a reasonable time zone for you through CATV, which is very funny.
Yeah.
But,
This room is a snail.
It is a snail. What a good snail it is. But the... Ow. No! No! Okay, fine. I never understood what those guys were supposed to be, other than just orb. Are they a physical thing? Are they just the concept of light? Are they a giant fucking battery? Who knows? Why do they turn all blue when they die?
That is a good question. I just kind of accepted it.
What I see with the way that they move, I kind of like to imagine they're just some like UI element someone is dragging around a computer screen. It would not be the first time that the Kirby games have done that. Air grind, that's what it's called. Ow.
Ow. Then, if you found them through Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. That's pretty impressive considering it was only one stream. They never finished it.
Yeah, they did the YouTube playthrough for they broke up the first stream into several episodes on YouTube, which was one of the ways that I just think, oh man, that's actually the perfect blend of the palettes for trans pride and bi pride flags, just out of sequence. But the colors specifically stuck out to me immediately. Oh shit! Thank you, Careless. That is the prime that I also use for if I buy things on Amazon. Now that I think about it, that's kind of funny. Unless you have a different thing of Prime that you got for school, which would also not surprise me. Side note, not to make everyone feel old, but CATV played Spirit of Justice 8 fucking years ago.
Man.
God damn.
Yeah, so when everyone was during the Apollo Justice stream, when character was shown in a locket, and Jay was like, "Who is that?" And then some people in the chat were like, "Jay," and I was like, "You guys, you played Spirit of Justice 8 years ago. This is one character. That game had a shit ton of characters from previous games. I don't blame him at all for not remembering this character. They haven't shown up for the past
Honestly, yeah.
They haven't shown up for the past 6 Ace Attorney games that you got. Hang on, how many have they done since then? They did. I guess you could count Aviary Attorney. Fuck it, we'll count Aviary Attorney. All of Danganronpa, I guess, while we're at it. But even just counting the Ace Attorney games, 1, 2, 3, Great Ace Attorney 1, Great Ace Attorney 2, that's 5 whole Ace Attorney games. At the very least. Of course he's gonna forget one character from a cast of characters that already includes a fuck ton of returning characters that he still had no context for, mind. Because they decided to play Ace Attorney 6 for the first time on stream with a bunch of people who were not familiar with Ace Attorney. Because Ark was just such a fucking colossal nerd and had to make it happen. I don't blame him.
It's a good game.
It's a good video game, but much better video game when you have the context of where the characters come from. It's just very funny. It's redacted. It's redacted. Can you blame him for that? Yes. No, I cannot actually, because the cast of characters is very big, and while I haven't played Spirit of Justice, I happen to know that character is not one of the main 3 characters, and therefore kind of gets sidelined a little bit, like a lot of characters do when ensemble casts are that large. And also, the game was played 8 years ago. You gotta keep that part in mind. Oh man. Eat shit, Mr. Flosty. Wow, why does high jump do so much fucking damage?
Because it's a trade-off for its inability to hit anything farther than directly beside you.
Yep. These are statements that I have known the answer
It does
for.
friggin' obliterate Krakow, though.
Oh yeah, that is the only time that I went out of my way to use high jump. Ow. I love the slight delay on got him. Just for Mr. Frosty. It's very good. Yeah, not remembering minor video game characters from 8 years ago sounds like a skill issue. Do y'all remember Sparrowson from Aviary Attorney? I think about Sparrowson at least twice a day. I love when characters in video games are like sometimes when you get characters in video games, it's like, wow, this character only has one name, like Mario. Like Mario has all the jokes about Mario and Luigi Mario, which is only perpetuated by the fucking movie, obviously, but just when there's when a character is known for only having one name, but there are other characters in the same context that have multiple names, it's very funny. And Aviary Attorney goes out of their way to do exactly that, where they have basically every character has like a first and last name because it's about like at least somewhat about court proceedings and whatnot. So like that's slightly important at the very least. So having characters with first and last names just adds a little bit of flavor to it and makes it seem a little bit more realistic. That was not necessarily the best use of Mike Kirby, but I do not give a shit. It adds a little bit of extra flavor to things by giving characters first and last names. And then they go out of their way to clarify that Sparrowson's first and last name is Sparrowson. And he does it in like a Bond moment too, where he says the name is Sparrowson, which is just supremely silly, and I love it. More power to him.
How did we get to aviary attorney while I was on the phone?
Were you on the phone with the CDC again?
No, with my parents. There was like an insurance letter.
Oh, I'm just gonna assume any phone call that you get during stream is from the CDC.
That's fair.
It's a tangent that came from talking about Ace Attorney.
Yeah, we were talking about, like, Len mentioned how he found CATV through Ace Attorney.
Oh, that hit you.
Ow. Nice. Oh man, Starfy had to go through a name change between Smash games. That also baffles me a little bit to think about. Staffy. Honestly, though, having to change your name because you got an official English release is not the worst thing in the world. Because, like, there are characters that go their entire, like, video game careers without ever being released in America, where there's a huge, like, audience of players that would absolutely love them. Speaking of American audiences that would absolutely love something, do you guys want to hear about some absolutely terrible Japanese exclusive jank that I found out the other day?
Oh boy.
Yes.
So I don't remember the exact name because it's a very long and very literal translation of a longer title. You know how Japanese titles are. But it, if I recall correctly, it's something along the lines of Seven Mansions, or like The Secret of the Seven Mansions or some shit like that. But I found out about it through a YouTube video called The Dreamcast's Resident Evil 2 at Home. Because, yeah, it sure fucking is. It is very... Shit, yeah.
What?
Did you not know that light was a thing in this game?
If I did, I've since forgotten.
Also, yeah, not the worst thing that he had to change his name because he finally got an English release. The worst part is that he didn't get another game afterward. But, so, now I encourage you guys to not look up too much about this game because I do want to play it and I want there to be a lot of silly surprises. But the thing about the game that specifically stuck out to me as being, when it comes to, like, not being localized is that, it's way more anime tropey than traditional survival horror games you might expect would be. Like, Resident Evil 2 has got some camp in it. But, like, it's not, like, anime characters kind of thing. I was waiting for the star to disappear so I could use the ice thing. That's fine.
He freaking jumped on you.
Yeah, he just slid down on me and decided... Okay, that's fine. Oh, shit. Also, it just occurred to me what Careless was saying. He was using the greater than sign to refer to the Faces of Evil, which would imply that I would put a good game on my sub-goal. That would be silly. Why would I do that? You don't need to pay me to play good video games. I play good video games on my own, I think. This is a good video game. Bugsy, my man. I didn't even have an opportunity to properly express my appreciation for this man's. I love Bugsy. I love Bugsy so much. When I was a child, I was fucking petrified of this man's. The way that his giant fucking, like, mandibles, and the way he just fucking Hang on, that little sprite in the corner goes hard. I love that so much. Someone get that. Yeah! Wha- It's so good. My
One
GBA
of the
died.
only abilities in the game that actually gives you different attacks.
Yep. Kirby after a raging pink demon. Exactly. I was trying to get someone to mention what it was called. Seven Mansions Ghastly Smile. Yep, no, my GBA is dead. I gotta just use my wait for it. That's fine. I really just gotta get better. Oh. Oh. What?
Oh.
Wait, hang on. I gotta do. Okay, hang on. First of all, I gotta. No!
Ah!
Good trick.
Hang on. I gotta do a. Ow! Fuck. Next time, pause. Oops. I got a button for that too. Oops. There. Just keep track of how many times I die in this game, because I'm genuinely curious how many times I managed to fuck up in a game that I've played as many times as this. Okay, maybe it's slightly more reasonable now that I have the excuse of I'm using the tiny-ass D-pad on a Wavebird controller.
Oh no.
Wait a fucking second. The cutter boomerang is coming right back at ya!
Back at you.
Dun.
It turns right back at ya! Oh, no wonder these batteries died so quick. They're the knockoff ones I stole from work. Pro tip, if you ever have to buy some batteries, and whoever's providing them gives you, like, some generico brand called, like, ProCell, don't. That shit dies so fast.
This game was, in fact, a tie-in for the anime.
Yeah. Some people often forget that, including myself. I constantly forget that. If my controller dies midway through another stage, I'm going to be a little sad. It died literally as I was speaking that sentence.
Whoops.
That is so funny. I'm gonna go downstairs and see if we got more AA batteries. Otherwise, I'll just deal with the fucking,
At least it was after you finished the stage.
yeah. Alright, I'm gonna double check and see if we got some more AA batteries lying around somewhere. Otherwise, I'll just use the Duracells on my Wavebird, because the Duracells just don't cooperate well with my, GBA. Because, it, I don't know if you remember this, but the backlight kind of drains the fucking battery a lot. Alright, give me 1 second. And no, I'm not going to the break screen. I've already given up.
Oh, yeah, the GBA SP has a backlight. Obviously, the original model doesn't have a backlight at all, which is why every single game released in the first few years was washed out all to hell. Specifically so that you'd be able to see it better on a dim screen.
Okay. Good news is, we have a shit ton more batteries down there than I thought. Bad news is, I don't know which ones are going to be good or not, because sometimes our batteries just get mixed up. Even though we have a battery tester that literally works right there. That said, oh, it turned immediately on, and the light is actually green.
Yay!
Yay! Success. Get fucked, Durasmell.
The funny thing about GBA SP backlights is that there's actually two different kinds.
Yep.
There's two different versions of it.
And I didn't feel like tracking down another one.
The original SP has a front light, actually.
Yeah, it's not backlit.
Yeah,
It is
it's
specifically
basically
front lit.
just a light, an LED built into the screen itself at the
Shining-
bottom that shines
yeah.
upward, which means that the top third of your screen is mostly unlit.
I don't know if I'd say mostly
Oh.
unlit, but it is definitely significantly less lit. Die.
Aw, the lame room. What did they do to you? Why couldn't they keep this cool special effect they did in the NES version?
Because they
Yeah.
weren't, they didn't have the blast processing on this. Never mind the fact that Sonic didn't have blast processing either. How come that animation
Any-
doesn't act as a means to...
Irritating.
Yeah.
Specifically to irritate you. But yeah, the reason I know that about GBI SPs is because my original SP, I would... Oh my god, that's evil!
Yep.
Matt,
I even knew it was coming, and I was like, wait a second, nope! But yeah, go on.
My original SP, I would keep it in my pocket, and just from banging around a fair bit, the L button eventually just stopped working altogether. So I had to get a new one, and then, holy
the
crap,
fabled-
this one actually has a backlight that works!
The fabled L button. I've heard about that from the Rhythm Heaven iceberg. The only time that the L button is used. At the end of Rhythm Heaven.
Real?
On the
That's
DS.
very mean.
Yeah, so, to be, in Rhythm Heaven for the DS, which, side note, were it not that I have just been complaining about latency issues, I would definitely be trying to find a way to do a Rhythm Heaven DS stream, because god, Rhythm Heaven DS is fun. But in Rhythm Heaven DS, the entire game, every game in it, every individual game in it is controlled exclusively using the touchscreen, whether it's tapping or swiping or tapping and holding and then swiping or tapping and holding and then releasing.
That's the entire gimmick.
Yeah, except for one video game, like one game in the entirety of Rhythm Heaven 1 or Rhythm Heaven on the DS. I've literally never called the Rhythm Tengoku Rhythm Heaven 1. I've exclusively called it Tengoku. I don't know why I had to clarify which one it was.
And Goku's. We're getting a lot of
Yeah.
Vegetas for that.
10 whole Gokus. But yeah, the fun fact though, the 10 in Tengoku is the same character from Nintendo's characters, which is just
It means
how that
heaven.
works. But I don't mind if you post clips in the chat either, Rockman. It's good for me to... I like seeing them. But the, that's half the Gokus they revealed for the new DBZ game. Look, it wouldn't be a return to the Budokai Tenkaichi form if there weren't, like, almost... Like, if the cast wasn't almost 15% Gokus. Like, genuinely... I remember when, around the time that DBFZ was like a big thing and Lythero's Duncan Goku's memes were big, I went out of my way to do the exact math on what counts as a Goku for the sake of Tenkaichi. And mathematically speaking, the game was like 33% Goku.
A lot of Goku.
Yeah, which it was very difficult to quantify because Gohan, technically speaking, is half Goku, but he doesn't look it. And also, part of the meme is also that Android 16 respects Gohan, whereas he doesn't have any kind of respect for Goten, nor do I. Goten sucks.
Damn!
Yeah. The only good thing that they did with Goten was the idea that they had in when they aged him up in GT, and they made him kind of like a shy a shy teenager that was going Gohan never had like a teenage phase, like an actual teenage years. But even when he did, what little you saw in Z was not like what Goten's was like in GT, where he's like going on dates with just girls from his class that are, as far as we know, normal and not, you know, the daughter of like a superstar wrestler or a martial artist, you know, just a regular person. And there's just something really charming about that idea. Also, Goten, yeah, not the daughter of Satan. But just the idea of Goten looking very much like Kid Goku from the original Dragon Ball series, and also just look at him. You can tell that they just wanted to have an excuse to have. Oh wait, hang on. I gotta actually focus. Beam attack! Oh!
Wow,
Oh my
Discord
god,
ate
you
that.
roboted all to hell for that.
You're welcome. This version of this game is leagues better than any other version because they all get funny outfits.
Yep.
I'm looking at my
You didn't
frame
even
data.
emote.
I'm not going to be able to. No, I knew it.
Oh.
I wasn't going to be able to do it because with the amount of delay I have on it. No, what were you saying, Dragoni? Sorry.
I didn't say anything.
What?
No?
I could have sworn. Whatever. Anyway, this is the titular Butter Building, and they immediately give you a fucking candy so you don't listen to the song.
Yeah.
Bogo's Binted. Wow. Found my copy of Wonder? No. So, alright. Fun story for everyone. I got, do you remember during the Mario Wonder streams where I said at one point, I was like, where Duck said that they didn't have their own copy of Wonder so they couldn't play with us? I was like, well, let's fix that. I was like, I'm gonna get Duck a copy of Mario Wonder for Christmas. And then I got them a copy of Mario Wonder for Christmas. I then forgot to wrap it and could not find it when I had an opportunity to finally bring it to them after MagFest, because I could have brought it during MagFest and then forgot to do it during MagFest. So I was like, I'll bring it to them at rehearsal. I could not find it. So I gave him my copy, and when I find the other one, then I'll just play it with them there, which is supremely silly. Yeah, it was extremely silly. And it's not even like something I can get like a refund for, because it's literally just like, I just don't know where it is. I'll find it eventually, I'm sure, and I'll be really mad when I do, because it's going to be after I order another copy. But I did give Duck the disclaimer of now, because it is my unboxed copy, I can't guarantee you'll be able to get my Nintendo Gold points for it. And he's like, no, my 6 cents. Hammer's not fucking worth it. You lost your earbuds case today. Oh no. Equally tragic. Oh yeah, Duck, I guess now is a good time as any to tell you this. Our saxophone repair guy's a bitch. Duck has a sax. So Duck's in a band called Quick Save. Check them out on YouTube. I'll plug their shit for them. Actually, if you have a link to their stuff, genuinely, just post it in the chat.
I don't like this well.
I don't like that either. Either way. So the reason I mention it is because they got a group, fuck it, whatever. Yeah. If it's something like personal or whatever, you don't have to share it all on stream. But the main reason I mention it is because they got a custom printed, for their birthday, as being a part of the group, and just being a cool person all around. The members of the group chipped in, and they got him a custom engraved tenor saxophone with the Quick Save band logo on it, which is just a super cool logo in general. It's very good. Oh, wouldn't it be good to have some kind of light around here? so I could see where I'm. Ow. So I could see where. So I could see where. Ow. Where. Hey, look, a light.
Look!
That's it.
Yay!
You can definitely still get around without it. But yeah, so the downside of getting this custom
No.
You
denied.
fucker! Ah! Gotcha. Ow! Anyway, so they got this super cool looking custom engraved tenor saxophone. The only downside with it is that the case that it came with was kind of made out of garbage. Or at the very least, it had a fabric like shoulder strap, and that tore really fast. Like the seam of it tore a little too quick. And so Duck got a new hard case for it. It's a really nice hard case. Problem is, said hard case then proceeded to, or at least from what we can gather, the shape of it may have caused the, either the shape of it or the way that it was being propped up was, led to part of the casing around one of the keys getting dislodged. The key itself is fine. It's just the little metal part of it popped up, and so it should just be, yeah, then a body strap that ripped off. Exactly. So the case itself was not the highest of quality. But laser ball enemy doesn't have lore. This is bullshit. Take it. Say psych right now. I'm a fool. I should have
Good
just.
job. You don't have an ability anymore.
Pancake.
So. What's up?
Dear Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, how do you type with boxing gloves on? Ow!
He was just standing there menacingly at you.
Hey, bitch. I do find it really funny that Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright are just incidental bosses in this game, and then in Superstar, they're like, these two highly involved, deeply important political figures, and by political figures, I mean celestial bodies, are fighting and not getting along, and that is disastrous. No. Poor Kirby. Anyway. Same energy how Knuckles types. What are you, a cop? I'm not telling. Green Waddle Dees.
Green D?
Green D's.
They're dead now.
Why are you green?
They're just not ripe. That was on me. Anyway, so the casing for that one key is just slightly off on one side of it. It's not even that bad. You'd think that any self-respecting saxophone repair tech would be able to just get a little bit of solder and just fucking fix it, you know? Something that I don't have in the store, and so I'm not going to try doing it myself. But, you know, maybe someone who is paid to... Blue Waddle Doo. Otherwise known as Waddle Blue.
See these things in other oh shit, these things have other colors.
Yeah, it literally.
It's
Ah, space!
so wrong.
You fall!
UFO!
I'm a fucking UFO. Yeah, so the sax is broken. I sent it out to the repair shop on Thursday, because our truck comes Thursdays and Saturdays. Or Thursdays and Mondays, excuse me. Thursdays and Saturdays. That's when we stream. Duh. Anyway, so, sax repair tech guy is a bitch and refuses to service pretty much any saxophone that isn't one of the ones that he's got on, like, a list of parts that he has supplies for. Which, on some level, I get it. Because it's like, you don't want to try fixing something and you don't have the right proper parts for it. Because the odds of something going wrong are pretty high and you don't want to be held accountable for it. But, like, literally, it's just reattaching a piece that's already there. Fucking try. You know? It just makes me really upset. That there are so many fixes that should be easy. Like, I can get it if it's, like, a screw that's missing. So I'm fucked. Not necessarily, just not that I won't be able to help specifically through my job because of the nature of our specific repair guy. I can't believe I remembered that.
Huh.
Bombs? But yeah, so he basically he doesn't repair any saxophone that's not like a main brand, or that isn't something that he has parts for. Which again, don't blame him. If it was something like a screw or like anything other than just literally fucking dab of metal. So, yeah, no, so he's sending it back. He sent it back on Monday. Like, the fastest that an instrument can go to the repair shop and then get back, go on Thursday's truck, show back on Monday. That's exactly what happened. And it wasn't even a case of, like, the repair shop putting a big ol', like, scribble on it in black Sharpie. It was just the guy didn't want to fucking deal with it. It was really annoying. Anyway, that was really impressive. Check out my God Gamer skills at this baby video game. It feels almost like he's shirking his work in that regard. Anyway, literally anything would have been better than keeping the UFO at that point, because you can't take UFO out of the stage.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep. It's understandable, because it is kind of, well, not overpowered. It's not exactly good. I don't know. I never found the ability to stay in a static point in the sky that helpful in this game. Want to think worst video games I ever played? That's the reason that I do it for my birthday stream. I did it once when I was at college, and I remember it specifically because of Jetix Kirby. Someone post a picture of Jetix Kirby for me. Does anyone remember what I'm talking about?
Is that just his angry face?
No, it's... I'll share a picture of it in a second. Look, you can have ball back. I just don't want to touch it. That's not the A button.
I mean, you did touch the ball.
This particular sprite of Kirby is so fucking funny to me. Mom, I threw up.
The funniest part is that I actually Googled Jetix Kirby, and this is one of the first results. This fucking
Hold on.
face.
That's a very good photo. Hang on, I gotta save that as a different image now. Where is my thing? There's the thing. Gonna add it to stream if it fucking kills me. Alright. I'm saving this image as very polite Kirby. Image. Alright, so firstly, this is the image that Mush found. Truly the spitting image. And now for my now for the abomination that happened to me when I was playing Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland over like via emulator for my birthday back in 2019? Yeah, 19. You chose to repost your meme in the wrong server face. Yeah. Where is it? I know I have this image somewhere. Did I put it in my CATV folder? I probably did, because it was contextual. Did I save it as Jetix Kirby? I don't even remember if I did. I know I have this image somewhere. But the point is that at the end of that stream, right during the cutscene where Kirby is getting yeeted into the sky by King Dedede so that he can go fight Nightmare. Spoilers, Nightmare in this game. But in that moment, for whatever reason, because I died in that, or died when trying to redo something, and then going back and doing whatever, it caused... Oh, there it is. I saved it under... Oh, okay. Here it is. Here's the image. I saved this. I saved this image as King Dedede begs for forgiveness. King Dedede begs Jetix Kirby for forgiveness, and then another one as but JetX Kirby does not budge, which is just JetX Kirby. And then everyone knows. Hang on, do I not have it saved here? Well, okay, irrelevant to the conversation at hand about JetX Kirby, but Dale.
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 Dale. Do I not? I've got to have it somewhere. Please tell me I have this image saved somewhere. Also, maybe I should move on from this screen so we can get some music going.
Yes.
Do I not have it? Come on. It's got to be somewhere.
On the other hand, just having that Kirby stare at you in perfect silence.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. All right, hang on. I'm just gonna search in the CATV server.
Yeah, Dale will just live on screen for this stream, like
Yep.
much the same way as Rystar.
Oh, you know what? I'll put.
Rice Storm.
You know what? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that Dale was just blocking most of the stream still. But yeah, no, he is gonna just hang out now. I've decided.
Put him over the Kirby count. Yeah, 15 Dales.
15 whole Dale. It looks like he's standing on the bottom of the screen too.
It does. Fifth commentator.
Dale below W. Dale becomes the new Lambrance. I'm just kidding. No one can replace you, Lambrance. All right, I gotta find this one image of Kirby.
God, the Kirby dance. It's old shit.
Okay, searching JetX Kirby does not yield results. I'm gonna search. All right, someone else go on the scavenger hunt for me. If you search the in the CATV server, for February 5th, 2019 specifically is I thought it was 2018. No, yeah, no, it was. Yeah, when I did my math initially, it was 2018 or 2019 rather, because I started college in 2017 and I didn't do a stream on my birthday of 2017, but I did of 2018. But I did in the second year of college, which would have been 2019 at that point when my birthday rolled around. But search for the image of the fucked up image of Kirby that happened there, because I know that someone, I don't remember if it was Lunar or not, but someone took the iconic I might actually be able to make this change really quick. This Kirby, the Kermate sprite, and used oh shit, that's too small. This Kirby on it, and just made a horrible fucked up Kermate. Wait, I just realized where it might be. Hang on.
Got it.
You found it?
Yep.
Alright, well, now I've got a second wind. There it is! Found it! Yeah! Alright, before I forget, I've gotta.
That looks so wrong.
It's incredibly
Honestly, I have
wrong.
a different fucked up Kirby that I found then.
Oh yeah, was it the
That one looks like an in progress.
Oh yeah, that was
yeah.
an in progress one, I think. But yeah, it's based on that one. Alright. Kermate's gonna hang out there. Actually, no, I lied. I'm changing it back to Dale. Sorry, Kermate.
Make up your mind.
No, I already made the promise to Dale. I'll add Kermate as an additional thing. It's my birthday. I can fuck up the layout as much as I want.
It's my birthday, and I get to fuck up the layout.
Exactly. Oh, he's big now. Never mind. And small and... Man, I gotta make him sprite accurate sizing. There we go. And Smallins your Kermate. The first Pokemon League was in 2019? Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it recently, too. Because I remembered... I remembered the best moment in all of Pokemon. Just everything coming full circle. Look, it's Squishy! He's dead now.
Squishy.
But just the ultimate culmination of everything that Saps has ever done. Because, like, one of Saps' first stream series with the CA crew was Pokemon Sun, if I recall correctly.
One of them, at least.
Or at least one of the first, big series. And I distinctly remember, a certain moment from that series in which, Jay tries to swap in a Pokemon against, Acerola's Sandygast, specifically. And Saps emphatically declares, "No, Jay, that's Ghost!" And very, very upset about it. So imagine when fighting the Ghost-type gym leader, Gamer Saps needs to be reminded of the fact that fighting-type moves do not damage Ghost types. Admittedly, it was counter, and counter you'd think would be typeless damage, but the icon
Would think.
is a fighting-type icon. And it hadn't happened yet. And knowing ow. Knowing exactly the nature of... Oh, that's right. In this game, they don't let you squat to increase the timing of the fuse. But yeah, just that ultimate culmination. And I knew I couldn't do much to it when I was making the 20... Wait, no, it wasn't. The first chat league was not in 2019. It would have had to be 2020 because it was in the 2020 clip reel that I made. Because even I know my dates, and they're not that wrong. But I distinctly remember, because we started planning in 2019 for the event in 2020 because we wanted them to have time to finish the game first. Man, even Shatso gets a color palette. Yeah, but,
Remember Dragon Ascent Smeargle?
Oh, see, that might have been, that was different. That was with, Sun and Moon. I remember doing that. But that wasn't that wasn't like a chat league. That was just viewers playing against the streamers.
Still freaking hilarious.
Oh, it was so good.
Mostly the same thing.
What the fuck? I know Crash is literally
was
an
Crash.
explosion, but that was really far away.
Crash is a full screen
Does that?
explosion.
Wait, hang on. No, that's number 4.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure it's number 4, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Scrolled up, there was already a 3.
4. Cool.
Yep.
Anyway, but I distinctly remember the editing gag that I did for it in the 2020 highlight reel, where as the text, it doesn't affect the opponent's scrump. It doesn't affect Scrump. Appears on screen. I just cut to that one fucking dramatic sting from the opening of the one swamp theme from Dark Souls that I have no fucking idea what the name of the track is because I refuse to play Dark Souls. But the opening, like, half a second of that song lives on in my fucking brain rent free because of the
wish I
fucking
knew what you were
Skyrim no
talking
walking. I might actually be able to just pull it up straight up. Hang
Ooh,
on.
hey.
I've got it somewhere. It's somewhere. Is it in my editing file? It is. It is. Hang on. It's gotta be here. Where are you? Ah, found it. It's just, that's it.
That.
It was just that sound clip. I forgot something in this stage. Now I gotta
was
go
trying to
back.
figure out what the heck you meant by swamp theme.
Yeah, I was fairly certain it was a swamp related thing. Is that accurate, or am I completely off the mark?
Give me a second.
No idea.
Because the name of the track is The Ancient Dragon, but for whatever reason my brain internalized it as being
It probably plays near a fight of the Ancient Dragon boss.
yeah. Is that anywhere near a swamp, or did my brain just kind of conflate
Nope,
two things
the only
together?
boss in a swamp in Dark Souls 1 is Quelaag.
Then why the fuck did I conflate it with a swamp at any point in my brain? Whatever.
There's so many swamps in Dark Souls.
Yeah, all of Dark Souls can just be summarized as, where are you now? It's brown. And a swamp fits that bill pretty nicely. Yeah, you were definitely not immune to Vicious Rend by virtue of you were the fire type gym leader.
Mm-hmm.
Well... Okay, this is the area whose boss plays that song. It's called Ash Lake. And I
Okay.
can see how you would think it looks like a swamp.
Yeah, I do not give a rat's ass about Dark Souls, so that it would be how things get conflated. I fucked up. I was supposed to go underneath that. Also, yeah, the Apollo Justice music was very good, and I remember I need to restart the stage. Leave through a door. Just walk out. If it sucks, hit the bricks.
Okay, you guys are conflating different things. It's the Ancient Dragons from Dark Souls 2.
Okay. We're all
Not in Ash Lake.
We're all stupid, is what I'm learning.
Not in the swamp. The Ash Lake in Dark Souls 1 has no boss.
But
There is a dragon that's there, but he's just kind of chilling. You don't fight him.
So, when does the Ancient Dragon theme actually play, then?
When you're fighting the Ancient Dragon boss in Dark Souls 2.
Okay. And where is
You don't
that?
have to, because he can just be an ally, but you can choose to fight him if you want, and he will kick your
I
ass.
looked it up on YouTube. It says from the first game soundtrack, and all the comments are talking about Ash Lake.
Maybe I'm mixing things up.
Or maybe
Hold on.
everyone's just stupid and Dark Souls is just brown and all the brown areas are the same. I can
Are there
do it
two
too.
different Ancient Dragons in Dark Souls?
It's entirely possible. Hey, did you know that there are a lot of green and hilly areas in Sonic the Hedgehog? All green and hilly areas are the same. All brown and brown areas are also the same.
Brown and brown and...
Brown and 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 brown. A little more difficult to do that when the word in question doesn't have a second syllable. Clue, they've got lore. I don't give a shit. There's no reflection of the lore anywhere other than obscure text box. Maybe I've been spoiled by Resident Evil, where my lore reading foreshadows events of the game. Or maybe it does in Dark Souls. Again, I don't care. I do not like the games that hate me. My ball. It is very strange to me that this exact sprite, verbatim, was ripped from this game and used for an entire fucking video game after this.
Mm.
Ow. All right.
There
you
are
sound
two entirely separate Dark Souls songs named Ancient Dragon.
That would do it.
One of which plays in Ash Lake in Dark Souls 1, where you can meet the Everlasting Dragon.
Oh,
It's
fuck
one
off.
of the few areas in the entire series that has an
Goodbye.
area theme.
The other one plays in Dark Souls 2 when you fight the Ancient Dragon.
Which is the one that I did.
No, the one that you that's the Dark Souls 1 one.
I really do need to just have that as a quick button to add.
I mean, if you did, voice mod would delete it.
Don't fucking remind me. You see, voice mod has no problem with my sounds. It's just the fucking filters. Anyway. Oh wait, actually, I have another one right there that is equally silly. Wait, what was the... Nope, never mind. I'll save it for later. It's a secret sound for me to... Also, yeah,
Ooh,
Green
I'll this
Scarfy.
later?
Garfy. Yeah, green...
I don't like that because it implies Garfield.
Well, that would imply that the orange one is closer to Garfield. By virtue of being orange.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
Why was there a snail, or like a sea snail, or whatever the fuck it is, like what was previously a very aquatic creature? Why was that in the forest, just hanging out?
It lives here.
Shit, 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 shit. I was too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. Shit, fuck. Everybody knows shit, fuck.
Everybody knows shit's fuck.
I fucked up.
Okay, what's the name
No.
of the ruinous treasure that's the grass slug? I can't remember its name.
Wotan. No, that's
Wotan,
the...
that's it.
Yeah, no.
Wu-Tang
I said Wotan, which is just... Wotan, we have completed Valhalla. Which is the only... that is... Anyway, but yeah, it is Wochen. I knew it's... I did remember that it started with W, like, woe, and then hyphen something.
Whoa.
Whoa! Anyway. That was automatic, by the way. I had no control over when that throwed, or when that, if that threw. I wanted to just hold on to it for a little while for comedic effect. Hang on.
It's so funny that this game has two abilities.
Hang on,
so
wait.
similar.
I threw it on the ground! Anyway.
Over.
Fire and burning.
Yeah, fire, burning, and then throw and
Backdrop.
backdrop. Yeah.
Backdrop.
Yeah. I believe they are legendaries. But the idea behind having
Yeah, they're the legendary trio, except they're
Quote,
a
unquote.
quartet this time.
yeah, which I think is a fun way of doing
Yeah,
it.
really cool theme song.
Yeah. The one that mashes up really, really well with Tunuk Tunuk.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the story behind that song and why it's so fucking funny?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, for anyone in the
Absolute legend.
for anyone in the audience that doesn't know the story of Tunuk Tunuk, I wish I could remember the actual artist's name for this, but because I don't think it's literally Tunuk, because I thought for a split second it's like, is that just part of his name? But I don't remember. Either way, someone made a disparaging comment on one of his videos, like, the only reason that people watch your music videos are because you're dancing with a bunch of beautiful women in them. And he said, no, people like my video or like my music videos because my music is good, and I could make one where it's just me and it would do just fine. And then it became his most successful video by far, just by green screening himself with himself over and over again. And it has massive
And it
shitpost
was
energy.
great.
It was so good. And he was right. He was exactly right. Everyone just fucking loves his music. It's very... I do think that without the green screen thing, it wouldn't have become like a meme outside of his little circle,
You
or
again.
like other like Indian pop music circles or anything like that. But as it stands, I'm so glad that it did, because goddamn, that theme slaps. That theme, that song. I'm used to talking about it in the context of the video game. That tune, that chart, that jazz.
That Tunak tune.
Sure. Oh, I fucking hate you. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, I hate you so much. Why would you do this to me?
Ooh.
Don't you dare.
Ooh.
Got him. No! Got him.
That worked?
Give me some health. I said give me some health, not a fucking Bronto Burt. I want out of the stage before I embarrass myself with another death. Shit.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
This game has some pretty darn good comedic timing, eh?
It's almost like I'm good at this thing. W, are you asleep?
It's possible.
I think W needs to go snooze.
Hope he does his sins.
Snooze. I don't remember how to
Nighty-night.
actually... I do not remember how to actually disconnect them from the
Oh,
channel.
welcome back.
Oh shit, welcome back! You not snooze?
Hello, voice mod.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry.
have you been speaking with like the past like... have you- Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
didn't realize.
Oh no. See, I think we all just need to collectively, like, fucking tell VoiceMod, fix your integration with Discord. Or just integration with anything, really.
I haven't been talking much anyway. I've been
Yeah.
working on things on the side.
That is also true, but... Yeah, no, so, just... Bugsy! Ah! Anyway. I'm still bitter about the first time that... Ah! Okay, we're fine. I'm still bitter about the first time that VoiceMod deleted all my custom voice filters, and this second time was just a fucking nail in the coffin. And it, like, genuinely, if I was not codependent on it to fucking talk to people on Discord without destroying their ears, I would probably be seeking out alternatives.
Ooh.
Fucking dives at the fucking tomato. He's like, mine! Your boy did not think this through.
Don't forget you can...
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't actually doomed, but it was very funny that immediately I'm like, well, I went out of my way to get this power up, and now I can't do anything with it. And my point... Yeah, not a desperate cash grab. Again, the only other reason that I stuck with VoiceMod is because I already have paid for it. And you only need to pay for it once. But that's all they need to really get their money's worth out of you. Unfortunately, it's not quite the same. Anyway, this is a reminder that subscription model things for software are fucking crime.
You can't grab those?
Yeah, no, I guess I can't just use backdrop at all for Mr. TikTok.
Ding,
Worst
ding.
level for this ability.
Yeah, why would you put that right outside? This guy has such a banger
Thanks
design.
for conveniently stopping right before hitting Kirby.
I didn't even need to move there. Ow! Baby game do good comedic timing. When are we getting Sumo Kirby? It's oh my god. They are really desperate to make light Kirby a thing in this game. Speaking of light, and by that I mean good transitions, and by that I mean one of my recent fixations has been that one specific video by Mother's Basement, aka Jeff Thu, about watching all the different like Hollywood adaptations of anime, and the one where he was like the like number 4 on the list. He was like, this is easily going to be the most controversial one, and on the list, but he placed Death Note, like live action Death Note, in the like upper echelons of like what like the first 3 are the only ones that he would like wholeheartedly recommended, but he's like, I can recommend this if you don't go into it expecting it to be a live action interpretation of the original manga, but instead a live action American take on what would happen in America specifically if someone was to be put into Light Yagami's shoes. And I think that they did a very cool job with that because, you know, the police in Japan and the police in America behave very differently. And, you know, I don't know, there's a lot that goes into the Hollywood version of Death Note, and what easily, like, honest to God, I would say that movie is worth watching alone for fucking Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. Like, holy shit. That is so spot on. And he's already a very, like, Willem Dafoe is already a pretty tall dude. Like, the fact that they only really needed to do, like, a little bit of CGI in post, but he was able to be there on set physically acting is so cool.
Incredible.
Oh, is that what we're gonna do with the note, Light? Rules and regulations?
And then one of my other favorite little moments from is like, I like the sound of this guy. Would you shut the fuck up? Like, in the context of Light Yagami, doesn't make as much sense. But in the context of what the movie is doing, it's very cool. And also, one thing that he pointed out in his review of all of the Hollywood adaptations of anime that he didn't point out in his initial review of the live-action Death Note movie is that the creators of Death Note liked it a lot. And I think that says something. And, like, there was a bit where he even talks about this in this video again, where he says, like, some people said that they were trying to get some more money out of, like, Netflix from doing the, by, like, saying that they liked it to get people to go and watch it. That is not even close to how it worked. And then it's just very, I don't know. It's a very good video. Please go and watch it. And also, watch Speed Racer.
Speed Racer is a good damn movie.
Also,
Why you went back through this level again?
because I was trying to find the secret, and then I got distracted talking about things that I like. Like adaptations of media. Because I've been thinking an awful lot about the conceit of starting up a fucking YouTube channel about that again, and it's a dangerous game for me to start, because I already have a lot of fucking irons in the fire. But holy shit, I really like that idea. Where are you, secret exit? It's not even really an exit so much as it is just a thing.
It is a mystery.
Wait, I might remember now.
Poor Blade Knight up there.
He's just having a real rough time. And then the moment that I free him, he's just like, perish. Is it in the dark? It probably is now that you mention it. It's real silly of me.
Go in the dark.
Speaking of things in the dark, I'm really looking forward to the... I imagine it's a reboot. There's only so much you can do with Alone in the Dark at this point. Speaking of, I'm the fucking universe will continue... Wait! I can't believe I get to use this use a transition about light twice, and it still makes sense. I'm the light bringer! I'm the fucking universe! Where's the light? Oops.
Good job.
There he is. There we go. Goodbye, Waddle Doo. I'm so happy that I got the random option, and then it was just fucking worthless. Wow, look, nothing. There you are.
There it is.
Oh, this room's still dark. I do love that it's just the... Wait, hang on, can I just... Yep. It's just for fast travel. I'm stupid. Oh, wait, where is... Is the high jump one in here? I think it is. There it is. I'm pretty
That's a weird ability.
It is. It is very strange.
Oh,
Also, Ball. Why does he have hair in this one?
what do you mean?
There.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's gone Super Saiyan.
Why does he have flags? That was the thing that caught my eye, and my very next thought was, oh hey, it's the flags that got caught on the steel samurai balloon. Also, just letters floating above anything with no additional context is very funny to me. It's just such a video game ass selection. Jorno Kirby? I don't know if I'd say that. My first look at the hairdo, and I was like, that looks like Bob Ross's massive curls. Also, yeah, they abbreviate the name as M-I-K-E, not M-I-C. Oh, it was
microphones referred to as M-I-K-E before. Not always, but...
We don't need Mike. Mike.
Like...
Oh no!
Shit.
Well, it's not like you're gonna be hurting for...
Yeah, I forgot that they literally give them to you at the beginning of the stage. Stop that, sir! Sir, respectfully, fuck off.
You could use the high jump ability
No,
to go up fast.
never.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's
You
designed
can't
for.
jump high.
I refuse to jump high.
Well, now you don't have any ability.
Ow.
There he is.
You fool! You've fallen for my trap card.
What the fuck?
Clueless.
I was mashing the fucking attack button!
Were you holding
What?
up?
God forbid I hold up on the fucking power called the high jump.
You just need to press the attack button. That's all
I
you
know!
do.
I'm
You
a fucking fool! I haven't played this game for a long time, and also high jump is not exactly an ability I use very often. I want high jump to return in whatever 3D Kirby game they make next, and it would be completely fucking... Stop! Also, stopping all directional movement just to push the B button is not exactly natural. Yeah, like, if I'm trying to just... this is just me pushing... holding up so I can, you know, direct where I'm going after I use the high jump. Why is B also inflate?
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, this is me just mashing B here.
You hold up, you inflate.
Okay, well that solves mystery 1 that was never really a mystery, so good job, me. Very good at this. I just noticed Krako's got a cotton candy color scheme going on with his gradient.
Krakow says trans rights.
Krako also supports trans wrongs. Like his own. Krako deserves to die. for his war crimes on this planet and many others. Be gay, do crime,
God.
until it catches up to you.
Man,
You
did you know that? Did you know that canonically, it's the same guy every single time Krakow has ever appeared in a Kirby game?
That is the funniest part.
There's just one Krakow, and as long as there is a sky, Krakow exists.
He's just gonna be there. Also, I completely and utterly forgot about the vestigial holding up to inflate in this game, because it slips my mind in most other Kirby games, because most other Kirby games did away with it because I was trying to not have him stab me, and I forgot what ability I had. Aren't most bosses the same guy? No, they are actually different characters, technically.
Yeah, there are many different Wispy Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think...
Some of them are the same, but not all of them.
And some of them fucking died.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Planet Robobot, where they literally fed one into a wood chipper and then turned him into a wood chipper. It was really fucked up. I think when Clanky Woods was first revealed, I mentioned in the channel DDD chat, in the actually, this is probably not as right around the time he was revealed. It was probably just in general, or just about Clanky Woods in general. But I remember thinking, like, do you think when Clanky Woods died, everyone in the every other Wispy Wood just silently shed a tear? That was stupid.
They do that a lot.
That is true. I mean, it's not exactly common for Wispy Woods to noisily shed a tear. They're not exactly loud.
But it is something they do frequently.
Yeah, they kind of get their ass beat a lot.
Good
Fuck.
job.
Mission accomplished, boys.
Worth it. 16 Dales.
A lot of Dales.
Whoop.
Whoop!
Goodbye.
Well, we found the secret.
Ow. Very briefly tried to play off of the left monitor as I was typing in my typing in the death count. There we go. Bingo.
And Bingo was his name.
Hang on, what was this one? I can't lose with this sword. If they zig, I cut them. If they zag, I cut them too. It's a very binary option around here. It's either sword or you die, dude.
Frying pan bomb.
I probably could have, yeah. It's okay. It's one thing seeing like color palette swaps of like the generic enemies that don't give any power-ups, but it's entirely another thing when I see yellow Blade Knight. Actually, I forget. Is it? No, that was Sword Knight, wasn't it? Blade Knight is the... No, that is Blade Knight. Sword Knight is the one...
The purple one?
So yeah, so Sword Knight is purple, Blade Knight is green, when in their normal palettes.
Yeah, which just doesn't mean much in the context of this specific...
And hence why I was struggling to
Yeah.
come up with descriptors.
Yeah, that's
that's
normally Blade Knight, yeah. It's really sad that Sword Knight hasn't appeared in recent Kirby games.
Don't bully the Shatso.
It's so fucked up that Shatso are like an entirely independent species. They are literally inanimate objects.
The thing they're not in Pokemon is in that I know a whole bunch of fans who'd absolutely despise them.
I completely forgot what we were talking about now.
Chato?
For being
Oh, right,
an
the
inanimate
old-
object.
Oh.
Pokemon thing.
But Tish. Okay, so I learned a couple of things the other day, in a conversation with my with one of our guitar teachers. Either that star disappeared way faster than usual, or
No, it's because you attacked it.
I've never actually seen that do. I've never seen that.
I don't think it
happen
does
before.
in later games.
Like, I know that the star power disappears when you pick up something else, and I know that it disappears if it hits a thing of spikes, but I've never actually, Anyway, but when I was talking with with our guitar teacher, who is, fun fact, same guitar teacher that sold me his car, just
Nice.
Purple High Jump Man looks so fucking cursed. Anyway, so much like the car, he is also now offering to sell me something else of great value, his copy of Robopon for the Game Boy Color, potentially, if you can still find it.
I've only played the advanced, like, GDA ones.
Oh, the one that's not nearly as much of a blatant Pokemon ripoff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about that one is that the opening cutscene is literally the ending cutscene of the first game.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Well, so the reason that we were talking about Robopon is because we were talking about Pal World and how what its relationship to the Pokemon franchise as a whole is, and I was like, it's not really like relevant to Pokemon outside of the aesthetics that they're trying to ape from it. Like, as a game, it has way more in common with Ark Survival Evolved, and its ilk, and, but then we started talking about, like, actual Pokemon knockoffs from the 90s, where they were trying to both ape the visuals and cutesiest, like, of stuff like that, and, somehow we skipped right past Digimon and went directly to Robopon, and I was like, have you ever heard of a game called Robopon? He's like, I had that. And like, I have that. And I was like, you couldn't see me, but I made the exact same face that whatever fucking McElroy brother did when he realized that this shit has different colors. I did that face.
Good face.
Also, every time I've mentioned that exact GIF, I have mentioned that I forgot which McElroy it is. I will forget next time as well. Don't worry.
That reminds me of this one Tumblr post where somebody edited an image of the guy holding up the sign, says, I don't know who the McElroy brothers are, and at this point
I'm too afraid to ask. Completely unaware that was one of them.
Yup.
Yeah, immediate reblog. I have been informed that this is in fact
one of them.
Lies.
It's so fucking good. Them. Shout out to Sam and Max Save the World. I was so surprised when there was... it showed up in a Nintendo Direct at one point when it was getting ported to the Switch, and I was like, huh?!
I was so surprised when Sam and Max saved the world.
Yeah. I was less surprised when they saved the world, and honestly more shocked that they got ported to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I know the Nintendo Switch has games and all, but, like...
Nintendo Switch has games?
Dude, don't you know? God fucking damn it! The Nintendo Switch doesn't have this game yet, though. Axe. 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 Ow!
These fucking
Axe.
swords.
Axe. 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 Come on, get in sync. Get in sync. You can do it.
Axe, 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 axe.
Axe, axe, axe. Polyrhythmic axing. All right.
Imbounce.
Him squat.
We also have Spear Kirby.
Yeah,
Need
which
to
was
finish the goddamn weapon triangle.
if you inhale all three of them instead of doing the random thing, it just it gets you emblem Kirby. It is Stone Kirby, but it is just one big fucking emblem. Even as a kid, I saw this thing and I was like, "That's a
I
secret."
wonder where the secret could be.
I don't remember what it looked like on the NES because I haven't really played too much of the NES version of Kirby's Adventure, but it probably wasn't quite as obvious there. Or maybe it was more obvious, who knows? Okay, by virtue of being on the NES, it probably was less obvious, because on the NES, it was more common to have just backgrounds or background elements that were just pure black, as opposed to this game is just dedicated to showing you how frickin' cool and pretty all their backgrounds are. Fuck, I knew I forgot something in there. And so they wanted to make sure that you knew.
Wait a second. Hammers are a subcategory of Axe and Fire Emblem.
Oh, we found it.
I remember when Some Call Me Johnny was doing his all emblems playthrough of Sonic Adventure on stream. There was one of the conversation topics that he had that led to like a fan art contest where he was like, where he was asking people to draw an art prompt. I don't even care.
God damn.
He was talking about like Amy's Pico Pico hammers kind of like they don't really do much with it in the grand scheme of things. At least not at that point.
She doesn't use it at all in the Frontiers, does she?
No, she primarily uses, as far as I'm aware, tarot cards as her main thing.
Tarot cards?
Yeah, because
that's
the
a thing that she
manual
does.
for Sonic CD mentioned that she
her
consulted
tarot cards.
her tarot card to find Sonic.
Yeah, tarot cards have been a longer, a longer standing thing with Amy than the Pico Pico hammer has. But I think it was in the context of he was getting sick of how useless her hammer was in relation to helping, in relation to being able to beat up the robot Zero. Because yeah, it's fucking worthless. Zero's indestructible, and a fucking squeaky hammer's not gonna do much to help. And then they were like, we need to give Amy a battle axe or something. And then that led into the conversation of what RPG classes each of the Sonic characters would be, with a very pointed silence about the idea of a Sonic RPG. 'Cause they obviously fucking know. But just the idea of what different classes or archetypes they would fall into. And obviously Amy is a berserker. Also, I don't know if this is coming through on Parsec because of the frame rate, but something I never really caught on to until much, much later playing this game is that Kirby's not just standing still. He is hopping furiously left and right. He is tippy-tapping so hard.
Or is he convulsing?
Yes. He is. No,
Funniest thing is because of Parsec's frame rate, for a second there, it looked like he was just standing perfectly still.
Yeah. Up. There you are. But yeah,
Fallen.
Fallen.
Ow.
You get a set amount of Sonic pictures to buffer damage. On the note of Sonic pictures, and unfortunately Googling Sonic the Hedgehog, shout out to the guy at Sega who decided that Sonic X Shadow Generations was a good title. Like, I don't even fucking know. They had to have known
exactly what they're doing.
They had to. But on the other hand, the logo is so fucking cool looking that I almost don't care. Also, the Black Doom insignia in general just acknowledging Black Doom's existence makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're acknowledging Shadows the Hedgehog, the game's existence.
Fucking Christ. I do... Well, because they've mentioned it, Please tell me that's real.
It's true. I looked at it. The
That's
tags
so
are all
funny.
user submitted, so if enough people submit a given tag, it'll get pushed closer to the front of the
Sonic
list.
says gay rights. But yeah, when the Black Arms were name dropped in Sonic Frontiers in Eggman's Eggman's logs in general in Frontiers made me so fucking happy. Just as a huge fucking Sonic nerd, I was like, oh my god, they're name dropping all these other planets, including, had to Google it, the one random guy from Sonic and not All Stars Racing, but Sonic Racing Transformed. There was a dude in that.
Team Sonic Racing, was it?
Team Sonic Racing. Did I say Transformed? I literally said explicitly it was not that, and then I said it anyway. I'm very tired. How did that not? Shout out to the vocal, like at work, I've for a little while I've been putting on a playlist of just vocal themes from Sonic games, and every time that Green Light Ride comes on, there's like, statistically, out of the songs, it's like there's like 187 something songs in the playlist. Hang on, these sprites look like faces. The one on the left here has one slightly larger eye than the other. It's higher up. There's a little rock nose, and then there's a smile. And this one just has a giant fucking goofy eyeball there.
That one looks like Glowbox.
I was gonna say it looks like the fucked up proportions on that some of the characters in Spyro Enter the Dragonfly get, which is a very specific memory to have unlocked.
Huh.
But the models in that game are a lot. The hills have eyes. They do. Alright. I genuinely am struggling to remember.
It's in there.
It is in there?
Yeah. You went through the door up there at the top.
Ugh.
Uton. Look, there's Axe Kirby.
Yeah. I think back to the subject of Sonic characters as RPG archetypes. They generally, wow, you weren't even kidding. This ties back into the hammer thing. But like they mentioned like Sonic is just primarily about speed and whatnot. So like you'd think the closest character to being about speed specifically is like, I guess, Thief, but like that's also not really, I don't know, it's weird. Ultimately Sonic would end up being like an equivalent to like the Lord character from Fire Emblem or whatever, where he just ends up, no matter what his class is, he is so overpowered by the end of the game that it doesn't really matter.
Also, the Lord's attack animation in Awakening has them fucking book it. I love it.
It's so good. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Lucina...
Their run animations in Smash.
Yeah. Like, if any character could be described as Naruto running in Smash Brothers, well, a lot of them could be, but like one of the go-to ones would be the Fire Emblem Lords, which, alright, man, now I'm thinking more about Sonic Chronic, and how just fucking, wow, I would kill to be a fly on the wall in some of those the meetings about that game's development. Because I know that the rumor about the entire soundtrack being deleted, that has been thrown around a lot. And I don't necessarily believe it, at least not as it's told.
Yeah.
I do think that there was some kind of problem with the hi.
Yeah, as I hear it, they were contractually obligated by Sega to finish the game, but they really didn't want to because they wanted to put all their time into working on Mass Effect.
Understandable, but also, like, why would you take on the contract to begin with? Well, actually, hang on. Was this before Mass Effect 1 actually released?
Yeah, but they were in development at the same time.
Okay, that would make sense then. But, speaking from personal experience with this kind of thing, if you are paid to make a video game and you instead focus on making another video game, that is a very bad idea. And also just really fucking scummy. That said, I don't know about if there are very many things that would have been able to save Sonic Chronic. Poor thing. That said, the specific thing that I'm alluding to by vague posting about it is the developers of the most recent entry in the King's Quest franchise and what they did to Hive Swap.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
have
that was the
never
whole thing.
forgiven them. Even though
I
King's Quest is a very good video
actually,
game.
I think they've, if I get my information right, I think they've been vindicated on that count. Because
Really?
There's a lot of he said, she said about the situation.
Yeah, I can imagine. Especially when
Yeah.
it's about several $1,000s worth of money that someone is accusing you of stealing for more money.
Yeah.
So,
from
like,
what I
obviously
hear,
people are gonna be... yeah.
The Hive Swap team and Andrew in particular spent just so long waffling about details and trying to write up their initial project pitch that the developers just got fed up and took the money and ran.
I don't know if it's exactly vindicated either, but it's not.
Yeah, it's still
less clear
it's
cut,
still
yeah.
really scummy. Like,
Yeah,
at the very
vindicated wasn't
least,
really the right word.
at the
but-
very least, they should have been more open and been like, "Hey, we need more design documents to go off of." Shit.
Good job.
They could have saved
Okay.
Sonic Chronicles if they added the Mass Effect romance system. Why can't I romance Vector the Crocodile?
Vector doesn't like to be committed like that.
Vector's also married. Or married to the cloth, rather.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Big brain plays. That is such an oddly specific detail that I still don't understand why they included that in the manual.
What the?
Vector being religious.
Vector being a devout Catholic, or at the very least being religious. I don't remember if it was specifically Catholicism or not.
Eggman is a feminist.
That much is true. As has been confirmed by the fucking Twitter takeovers, where he's like, I may be an egomaniac, but I'm not a monster. Fuck.
Good job.
Goodbye.
Can you jump in wheel form? I forget.
No, and that's why I keep forgetting.
Ah.
You can in other games, but not this one.
Also, yeah, Omega Omega is a playable party member that will only join you if you complete the contract thing for him, and it's very fuck.
It's very
Also,
fun.
I'm fairly confident that Vector is in Sonic Chronic. He's not playable, but he is in it. I distinctly remember seeing his various sprites in Sonic Chronicles when I played. But I know he's not playable.
Hmm.
This fucking thing. I'm just debating whether or not I want to bother.
Yeah, he is in Sonic Chronic.
Yeah. He's one of the first characters you talk to, I think. Alright, let's go get Hammer so we can go get that stupid fucking...
Yeah, time to get hammered.
Thanks, Bonkers. Very cool. I distinctly remember... I don't remember playing through Sonic Chronicles more than once. But I think... I remember... I was getting towards the end of the game, and I realized that there was an empty party member slot. And I went back and replayed... God, fuck.
Again?
Bonkers, get your shit together.
Yeah, I never finished Sonic Chronicles, but I got most
Good.
of the way through it. I remember none, basically.
Nothing really fucking happens, to be fair.
Except for the fact
Sonic
that
is
there
fun.
was a side quest I forgot to finish before the point of no return where you can never go back to Central City again. So I
Yep.
just had a guy sitting in my inventory for the entire game.
Oh,
Yeah, that
all ass
smell-
man's.
That
An
smells
entire
like
person who asked for help getting back to the city.
that sounds like a poorly thought out long-form RPG, alright. Yep, it also set up a sequel that probably would have also been bad. And it's the conceit behind it is also a really interesting idea of time dilation by traveling to another dimension. Because like Sonic has only been gone like 20 minutes in their eyes, you know. Also, the final boss fight involves you getting supersonic. The thing about the supersonic boss like power trip in most other game contexts, in the context of most other games, oh my god, in the context of most other game types, having a moment where you just get to be absolutely off your shits mad with power would hit a lot harder if Sonic Chronicles wasn't easily broken in half with one Chow in your party. You know all the little effects that you do in the battle?
God, I will never forget the fucking sound the Chow make when they hatch.
Mm-hmm.
It's the horrendous crunch.
Mm-hmm. So fucking... It's miserable. But yeah, just the idea of, but like the entire... They can make a Fantasy Sonic game by just making a new storybook game. Well, the thing is that people want new storybook games for different reasons than people want new Sonic RPGs. Because they want new Sonic RPGs to be good. They want new storybook games so that they can feel vindicated in thinking that Black Knight is a good game. Which, to be clear, it is not. It just has a banger of a soundtrack and has a really fun story concept. But like, it's not that good. It's fine. It's definitely better than Secret Rings. I think Secret Rings is dog shit, but Black
Secret
Knight's...
Rings has an awful control scheme.
Exactly. And the fact that Black Knight improved it so much by just making it normal. Sonic Moby Dick when? Not before Sonic Les Mis. Yeah, being better than Secret Rings isn't a high bar. I would argue that Sonic 06 is better than Secret Rings in a lot of ways. Like, at least you can move
Ironic,
Sonic
because,
on its
Secret
own.
Rings is much of the reason why Sonic 06 is like that.
Exactly. And vice versa. Can we play Secret Rings party mode? Genuinely, yes. When I do the 3D Sonic Marathon, I do want to do want to. I have physical copies of everything. Got secret rings in an Easter basket as a kid. That was something that my family never did, but I've heard other families do, where someone would get like a present for Easter, and I'm just like, I'm so used to thinking about Easter as just being like, you know, you get candy in your basket or whatever. You don't get like a present in the basket like you get like with, you know, something in your stocking for Christmas. Yeah, exactly. So I never really associated with that. So it was always a little weird to me, but I don't know. But either way, yeah, also, again, like I said, Len, just at least in 06, you can move instead of backing up like a car.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, like literally, it is what you are. Oh my god.
The thing is, if they had used the movement system from Secret Rings, the way you go side to side for the high-speed dash stages in 06.
In 06, it wouldn't have been dog
him
shit.
Rotate. Those could actually have been tolerable levels.
Oof.
And the worst part of the high-speed stages is the fact that they bookend some of the longest stages in the game. So if you die and run out of lives, which is unfortunately common in 06, you have to do the whole fucking thing again. And you know how I know this from personal detailed experience is because as a kid, I had a really hard time getting past the stupid orca section where you had to get to the switch and stop the orca from escaping the enclosure with Sonic on his back. And it's for that exact reason that I did not play 06 for a long time.
Yeah, I never did finish that high-speed stage.
I just for Secret Rings of Scratch. I take a guess what part of the game it kicks in on. I don't actually know Secret Rings very well. Shocker.
I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna guess just the title screen or after booting, because that's what happened to my copy of Sonic Riders Zero Gravity.
Oh no, what a shame.
I mean, out of the 3 Riders games, Zero Gravity is probably the best one. If for no other reason then you can control it with the fucking GameCube controller as opposed to being forced to use Wii motion controls, or the other game in the Riders series that forces you to use motion controls. I don't even need to talk about that one.
And the Kinect was such a concept.
Shout
Like,
out to the
it was-
name in general, the Kinect. Genuinely a very good name. Just in general, it's a very clever name for it. And it's also better than Project Natal, which I know is clearly a project name, so it was never intended to be the final title, but like, Jesus Christ. First off, Eraser Jin, your Jordans are fake. Alright, I've got to restart this one because I need to have a throw. And in order to have throw, I need to not fucking lose it immediately in the stupid fucking frogs. This was always a really fucking weird arena to me. Just a super shallow pool of water that gives you an attack.
Half a Kirby tall, even puddle of water.
It stops you from using most of your combat abilities.
Yeah, but you can. It gives you a regular attack, though.
But it's an attack that is garbage and bad.
That is true. I have actually been taking quite a bit of fuck. Oh, you bitch! It's one thing if he just throws you. It's another thing if he takes a long time to just does the stupid wind-up animation. In a game like this, it doesn't really matter that much if your attack is stupid and bad, if you can just stun lock them like that, which you can.
And also, there's that whole trap where if you just walk up to it and then instinctively press B and oh no!
Yeah! think he just respawns if I go through the door. Yep. Take me, sweet death! I know that Jason Griffith wasn't the voice of Sonic for very long, but I do like the very limited time frame. Like the voices that he had for that is also just very interesting. Also, oh no, it's not Jason Griffith. I'm thinking of someone else. Who was it that voiced Werehog Sonic?
Wasn't that Jason?
No. At least not that I'm aware of. Oh no, it was still Jason Griffith. It was still Jason Griffith, but the reason I'm thinking about it weird is because the final transformation that you get, like the supersonic equivalent transformation in Secret Rings, basically uses Jason Griffith's Werehog voice. It's very funny that way. You whore. I would do that if my parents hadn't just come in to say that they were going to bed. Oh, my lord. What do I do? Wait, can I just... No? No?
No.
There's nothing here.
Maybe you need to bring Hammer in from another stage.
Oh my god.
Yay!
That's not celebration worthy. That's just torturous. Alright, time to try and fail to fight Bonkers with Throw. Can't go any worse than when I did it with Wheel and destroyed his body every time afterward. And now I just want to play Sonic games.
Bonkers!
Bonkers, you frail shitbag!
Keep doing this!
I'm unreasonably pleased at the way that I was able to make the lucky sound effect be exactly 777 channel points. Like, that's such a stupid thing, but it makes me happy.
It's funny.
Other thing that I think about constantly in regards to channel points is when that one time Dragonesque said that I had the best use of channel points that they'd ever seen on their on channels, and I was like, thank you. I tried really hard coming up with silly things to do that weren't just worthless, or, you know, spending $5 grand on a drink of water, which they still haven't changed back. Your chat is fucking dehydrated. Please, we are begging you. Like, even just a fucking reminder to save your game. Like, just literally, it's free money. Set it to 50 channel points. Name it, did you save? When was the last time you saved? That's all it takes. You!
I'm honestly not a huge fan of the channel point stuff. It just seems distracting to me.
It's silly, and I like silly sound effects. Also, nothing beats man. Sometimes you just need a classic dose of man. I'm giving up on that. I don't care about the secrets anymore. Oh shit!
Hey, Kirby fanboy. How about that?
1232. Imagine meeting someone like that here. Also, man. Man going off at the same time as the follower notification did throw me off a little bit. Hi there.
Oh, hi there.
Falls directly on your foot. Does not apologize. Dies. Oh my god. I've never had that happen to me. Oh shit, hang on. Where's my... Oh, there it is.
Feels good when the floor is clean, doesn't it? Let's groove.
Okay, I do see your point about them being distracting. But that's also the entire point of that one. It's just silly. Also, Karumba's just really good anyway. How is this? I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. At least those ones are directly downward, so I can use stone for it. Which, regardless, I can't even get back to the stone thing. Yeah, when it comes to redeems, it really depends on what it is. The other thing is that I know the reason CATV doesn't want to do point redeems for stuff like, for silly sound effects and stuff like that, is the concern that they'll use it during, like, dramatic scenes or whatever, or, like, voice acting scenes. But, like, we've had those. We went through the finale of Undertale, and we had people in the chat talking about fucking fingers in his ass, but not one person went out of their way to use Karumba when poor fucking Azrael Dreamer was crying his eyes out. Side note,
We also tend to have like 2-3 people tops in chat.
I don't know. During the ending of the chat was pretty talkative during the ending of Undertale. I recall. So like it's not exactly the same, but like when you don't give someone anything to use channel points on, it just becomes a matter of like. Yeah, Seb's turned off emote dropping before for Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, no, like there's easy ways to just disable it if necessary, but I don't know.
I do actually think, now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember Lunar saying that she wants to set up some more stuff.
Yeah. And I've had a bunch of ideas for what to like for potential little animations or whatever for things like that are like relevant, and the underground's gonna blow up. No! Side note, we need to play Undertale Yellow. Someone make a casting chart for that. Get on that.
We also still need to play Deltarune.
We
Talked
do.
about a bunch.
Yeah, but Undertale Yellow is done, and that makes it easier to justify starting. Not that I don't want to start Deltarune, because Deltarune's really fucking good, but like... Also, yeah, it is ultimately not my fucking channel, so it's not really any of my business. But also... Water, please. I'm very thirsty. Well, okay, I can't really talk because I have like 70,000 channel points, but like, imagine everyone else. They have no water. And I can't give them my water. That's not how this works. It also just, the bit of drinking water being really, really... Dragoni, I'm gonna fucking smack you. Okay. I would have gone with the gargling and, like, overflowing water bottle joke, but then I remembered how fucking cold my water is.
Oh no.
Water, you got it.
Water and water and water, water and water and water, water.
1.9 mil for a channel. That does sound like a lot. Wow, they really couldn't let me go any higher than this, could they? Water, you got it.
I could do some water. Water.
I have like just under 1 million for CATV, and I was gonna think that I thought that was a lot, but Jesus, Duck.
Yeah, no, 1 million is... The other thing is that if you don't have anything to use it on, like with CATV, like, there was one point where I went out of my way to use... I think it was during... It might have been Great Ace Attorney or something like that, but I went out of my way to use, like, a fuck ton of just water redeems, because I wanted to hit home how ridiculous channel points are, because they didn't give us anything to use it on, and they're like, yeah, we have water! And I was like, oh, you're right, water. And then I just did it over and over and over again, and it was like... And also, the fact that there's no feedback for it on stream makes it seem like less of a thing. But again, it is...
They do have feedback for it now.
They do now.
That's been added.
But it's also... I don't know. Whatever. Again, not my channel. Not my problem. I died. That is my problem, though.
Prediction. That's how it happened.
Oh, yeah. That would be... Yeah. I had to let it happen.
Uh-oh.
I have a special attachment to Scarfy, not because I liked him as a kid, but because I hated him as a kid. Because as a kid, I had...
That's the Scarf experience.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was always terrified of circumnavigating the Scarfies in a stage. And when I went to Nintendo New York in college, I remember they were advertising specifically that they had Scarfy plushes in stock because it was for Halloween, because we went in okay, not Halloween specifically, but like, you know, the spooky-er season. And because we went in, I think it was November. Well, I don't think, I know it was November, which is why I was second-guessing the Halloween thing. But either way, I knew that they were in stock there, and that was something that was specifically advertised. So I was like, it'd be cute if I got one of those, because I remember I was talking all fondly about it. And then Maddie, who you've all met Maddie. Which, side note, we need to play more Clubhouse 50 games. But we were there, and then I was checking out, and I was like, where's... And then my wallet got declined. Like, my card got declined, which was, like, really bad, because I distinctly remember my dad just transferring, like, $100 for me just to use on fun things there, and I was like, wow, that's really generous of you. And I was like, I'm gonna get some nice things at the Nintendo store, but I'm gonna make sure to save some for later. And then my card got declined there after that recent thing, and so I was like, what the heck, that's weird. And so because we were in a bit of a hurry, because we had to be someplace relatively soon after, and the Nintendo World was a little bit out of the way, Maddie ended up paying for the remainder of the purchase, because there was like maybe $20 on the card at that point, which, you know, again, shouldn't have been the case to begin with, so they ended up paying essentially for Scarfy specifically, and that's just how the math broke down, and then I got a call from my dad like 20 minutes later saying, hey, or no, I don't even think it was my dad. It might have been my dad, because my dad worked at the bank at the time. I should have had Parasol. But they were saying like, hey, your card got attacked. Like, your card's been compromised. Someone tried to buy bus tickets to Canada and then plane tickets out of Canada. And somehow they were able to successfully purchase the bus tickets, and then it declined on the plane ticket, and that's why I had some but not everything back on there. Yeah, guy on the run to Germany.
Jesus.
I just noticed the other comment from Duck about how they have a point redeem for 2.5 mil for a Starbucks date. That's kind of fun, because it's like something that's kind of unreasonable and just kind of silly. But the problem is that I don't do unreasonable point redeems or unreasonable goals. When Quark paid me $100 to play Yeek, well, by golly, I was gonna play it.
I mean, I think that was still unreasonable. You did it anyway.
I mean, I'm also the one that put the gun to my head. Quark's just the one that pulled the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
In a weird way, you could say that Quark instigated the evoker on me, because that was what eventually, the fact that when I processed the fact that I had played Yeek but not Persona 5, that really fucking hit home for me after a little while. My fucking Game Boy died! No!
You just put batteries in that thing!
The
On
backlight
stream!
is really, really battery hungry.
Oh,
bad. That should last more than a couple hours, though, right? No.
No.
I never had a GBA. I only had an SP, so I don't really...
Well, the other thing is that you got to keep in mind that the battery life that the backlight specifically is not designed to be. When I initially got it, it was not initially designed to be used with traditional AA batteries. It was designed to be used with a replaceable, or like with a rechargeable one that I never ended up getting because I couldn't figure out how to find it on the website. Anyway, I'm back on the Wavebird.
Oh.
I'm stupid.
Oh, it didn't come with it?
Well, because it's a separate thing. It only was the backlight piece. It's not like it gave the whole install kit. But that said...
Oh! Okay, yeah.
Oh! That's a fireball. But yeah,
This whole time I thought you were playing on an SP.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I could play on an SP, but the whole reason that I wanted a backlight in my GBA, like, wide boy, is because the SP hurts my hands now that I'm a big-ass man.
Yeah, it was fine back in school.
It is also still very cute. Not gonna lie, I love how small it is and how it can perfectly fit in my pocket, but also, ow, my hands. Fucking Christ.
Good job.
Okay.
Also, ow.
Watch out, Clueless!
I thought that would have broken it.
Are we also gonna count the...
Did I not?
Did.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
Oh my god. You know what? I've decided I don't care. Beam attack wins.
Beam attack!
Fucking shanks you on the on the road. Sprints at you with a knife. Beam attack!
First, when did the death counter hit 20? I have not been paying attention.
Well, mostly recently. I think 20 was specifically when my controller died and I sank to the bottom of the ocean in a crumpled heap. And then 21 was there when I got beam attacked with a knife. That one wasn't even on me. He just ran directly into me. That was a suicide bomber. Also, like I said, don't really want to use the... Fine. UFO.
UFO. I'm a fucking UFO.
I'm a fucking dead. Also, yeah, all the UFOs now are gone on this because that's just the way they're programmed to be. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with these things? Those things are more suicidal than the fucking Scarfies, and the Scarfies are programmed to explode. Oh, that's right, this room.
Meanie.
Miney Mo. Catch the poppy by the bros. Fuck you, that was good.
Can you just swallow the bomb and get the bomb power?
Nope. Bomb is not a power in this game. There's Crash, but no... you have to defeat them specifically to get Crash, and then you can do this. Which is still way cooler than any of the recent animations. Because it is just simple, you just light the fuck up. Or maybe I just don't like Crash as much because I don't like its hat.
Yeah, me neither.
Crown.
Blocks are immune to Crash.
I already was aware that was gonna work, or that wasn't gonna work. Ah, this fucker's the worst out of all of them. That fucker's the goddamn worst. Also, ice physics with the tiny ass GameCube D-pad, not my favorite. Also not my favorite, using the control stick for said ice physics. With delay from both the wireless Wavebird controller and the capture card. I really do need a better direct feed for my GameCube games. Cool. Time for the most metal shit in the world to 6-year-old me. I'm really going into this fight with 2 health. Get it.
It's fine. Just don't get hit. Ward.
I'm dead. You fucking dead, kiddo. Yep, I'm dead.
Correct. Oh, now you only have 9 angry Kirby Dales left.
It's specifically Angry Jetix Kirby Dales.
Ignoramus.
This fight is a lot less impactful when you realize that you only have 2 attacks. Slash and jump slash. He has a lot more attacks than you do.
Every other fight in the game.
Yeah, but specifically, it becomes way less.
Yes!
It becomes way less cool as a means to, like, it becomes way less cool as a conflict. Or, not conflict, as a set piece. Kirby, that is the worst measure, like, it's the worst beaming I have ever seen. The fucked up palette on the Naughty there was really... Yeah, that looks like a bootleg Naughty that you'd see in some mobile game ad. Do I need to do this? No, absolutely not. Am I doing it anyway? Absolutely. That's been me all game. Including right down to playing it for birthday stream in the first place. Because I've already done that. So did I need to do this? Absolutely not. Did I do it anyway? You sure as shit did. Oh, you know what? I should have had burning here. There we go. And now to go get burning so I can get to that. Oh look.
I gotta figure out my birthday plans soon.
Yeah. Do you want to do Peach's birthday cake again? That'd be fun. Or more Mario Party in general. Son of a bitch!
Don't die.
Yeah. Burning design. This is a leagues cooler than anything else. Like Fire's headdress is cool and all, but holding fire in your hands is really fucking cool. Who's gonna stop me?
Just holding a fireball.
2, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, fireball!
God. Nice.
Yeah!
Nice.
I always loved the fucking color palette on this stage in particular.
The secret, the secret.
The secret, the secret. Ow. Good timing, Bonkers.
Bunker says no.
This was one of my favorite fucking songs in the world as a kid. To no one's surprise. Also, I know Zero has made his piece about Gourmet Race before. Literally Also, it occurs to me this is not Gourmet Race as I'm saying it out loud because that's what's used
was
for
wondering where
DDD's
that
theme
tangent
later.
came from.
But also,
I just kind of accept it at this
yeah,
point.
but also just generally, Gourmet Race being used, taking one motif and using it as another, just making it a general motif for DDD is perfectly acceptable. And also, it just fucking slaps. I don't give a shit.
You want to know the really funny thing about this song? Nightmare in Dreamland was my second ever Kirby game. Kirby 64 was my first ever Kirby game. Neither of them used this song as DDD's theme.
So, I need you guys to know what I tried to do there. I tried to use the shoulder buttons to dodge roll. Because on the GBA, I don't really think about the shoulder buttons that often. I think about the shoulder buttons a lot more often on the GameCube controller. Because of how much fucking noise they make.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking calm down.
Grabbed, idiot.
What is this guy's name again?
Fan.
Alright, I want him to die.
The guy who has retconned Toss Turtle out of existence.
I forgot that Toss Turtle existed, if I'm being honest. Oh my god. I hate this. I hate this so much. I just tried it again.
Get grabbed.
I just tried it again.
Clue getting the grappler experience.
The fact that he
Yeah,
doesn't
you-
drop
you
any
just
stars
wait
when he
till
hits
I
the
unleash
wall.
my Potemkin on you.
Bold of you to assume that I'm ever going to try that. This fucking sucks. Oh my god. I swear to god I'm trying.
I know you are, but just standing
It
there
really
letting
is
it roll.
oh my god! It really is a combination of just weird delay, like throwing me off, and also having to use the fucking control stick. Because there's no fucking way I'm doing much better with the D-pad. You bitch. Die!
God, this guy's so fast.
Yeah, also that. Again, input delay really does a fucking number on you. Oh god.
But
Now there's two of them. No!
oh,
Well, okay, I feel less bad about dying to Bugsy than I do to Fan. Because at least Bugsy consistently summons things for me to use against him. Fan just insisted on being a bitch. Ow. I somehow never was as... Even though Fan is objectively the more annoying boss, I never found him intimidating as a kid. Probably because he's just a silly, stupid little elephant.
yeah, honestly.
Also because I had a lot more time to kill. I got a deadline to meet now, Bugsy. Get out of my way.
Funniest thing about fighting a boss with backdrop.
My controller
throw
died
is
again. Are you
that-
shitting me?
no!
That or the
What?
control stick needs to be replaced because I genuinely was holding One Direction, did not do a damn thing.
One Direction?
My brain was trying to come up with a song there. I could not for the life of me think of anything.
I've never heard a One Direction song before. Unless I have and I didn't know that's what it was.
You almost certainly
But-
have.
You don't know you're beautiful.
Okay, I
That was
guess
their
I
big
have.
one for a while.
Yeah, that is probably their biggest. I'm gonna lose this shit immediately.
That was the
Never
one I can
mind.
name off the top of my head.
It's
Ooh.
also the only
Whole
one I
bunch of
can name. Worth the time killing. Dink. I don't know if I'd say that. One Direction was kind of a big deal for a good while there.
You know,
But-
if you knew any like middle school girls in that era,
Exactly. That's just how pop music works. Like, it's not necessarily huge around you. Like, I don't listen to the radio at all anymore. If there's a big pop band that kids are listening to nowadays, I have no fucking idea who it is. I'm just gonna assume that it's still Taylor Swift, because I'm convinced that she made a deal with the devil. Good for her.
Actually, from what I hear, they went in several different directions, Len.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't exactly have a nice, even reunion or disbanding, as far as I'm aware. Not that I particularly cared that much to begin with. It's still
Well, at least
upsetting.
there's a tomato right there.
Yeah, it's still kind of upsetting when a band goes through a messy breakup like that, just out of sympathy with the artists involved, and it's like they clearly they clearly had enough passion for it to stick with it for a while, even if I'm not gonna fucking bother with any of that shit.
Not like you really need it at this point.
No. I got, what, 4 stages left?
Something like that.
Yep. Yeah, the Jonas Brothers, I remember hearing about them splitting up. I don't know why I willingly left without Cutter there. I don't like Ball. I'm not gonna willingly pick Ball. I don't know why I willingly picked Sleep then.
I think Clueless might be getting a bit tired.
What gave you that
Hey,
impression? Gotta say, it makes you feel a lot more alive when you wake up at 9:30 in the morning to do a stupid-ass Zoom meeting that really doesn't need to be as long as it is, and expecting it to be... exactly. But not that anyone would have read that email anyway. But it's one thing waking up to do that stupid-ass meeting that you're expecting it to be, and then an entire other thing to be rejuvenated in the morning with the news that one of your least favorite people is no longer at the company anymore. And then being under the false impression that now you have enough energy to take on the world. So you just don't think about it anymore, and then it all catches up to you after you sit down to play a video game for a few hours. Also, after the adrenaline rush of getting the computer to fucking work wears off, then your brain starts to slow down a little bit more.
That was the thing to have.
Yes, it was.
Ooh. That happened eventually. Oh, hey! Oh.
That's fine.
It
I didn't need it
almost
anyway.
came back.
I do not like the way that crash is moving around up there.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Yeah, no, it's never been a full screen thing. It's always just been him. Nice. Fuck. You could see me quantify there, like, I could be baller as fuck and just run underneath them. Or I could not make a fool out of myself. Just fucking birds.
Let's not make a fool out of himself.
How am I entertaining people without fucking up every 3 minutes? At the game made for children, no less. See, initially the plan was, start at 7 o'clock. Beat the entire game, and then do Meta Nightmare mode, because Meta Nightmare mode is like half an hour.
Ooh!
HAL Laboratories, I want you to know that you have earned my ire.
Also 28.
That's right. I pushed the
Okay,
R button
seriously,
again.
What the fuck is the range on these things?
I pushed the
Yes.
R button again, trying to dodge roll. You can't nuke me if I nuke you first.
Baby game.
Yes, it is baby game. It doesn't mean that I can't be a baby sometimes. Like after being at work for 8 hours.
I like that one little guy at the bottom just doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's just vibing. Also, baby games sometimes are really fucking hard. Mario Sunshine. Marketed towards children. Really fucking hard, actually.
I never did get to the final Bowser battle as a kid.
I barely did as an adult.
Mm.
That's a lie. I did
Seriously
get
had
it
to
as a
complete
kid.
7 missions in every single world.
Well, no, it's not 7 missions. It's beating the 7th mission. You don't have
Yeah.
to beat.
Which
You don't have to
only
beat
rarely matters, but sometimes does.
Yeah, like in the Puff Puff Festival in oh no, the watermelon festival bullshit.
Yeah, that's a skippable level.
You know what? I take it back. I don't care.
Hey.
It's really funny to think that I had absolutely no idea why this level was like this when I first played it. I didn't have a lot of experience with throwback stages in other games. At the
Even
time
I
either.
knew what it was doing just by virtue of like it's black and white. Like even I knew what Steamboat Willie was back in the day. I was like, I don't know what game this is specifically because I've not played it, but like I know this is referring to an older game that they did. Like it was pretty clear to me.
Yeah. The thing
Also,
is, though, I was extremely stupid as a child.
I mean, this was the first video game I ever played. And I was... Shout out to the Game Boy grab bag, or like the Beat the Backlog stream, where I just played all of the original Kirby Stream Land, and struggled an unreasonable amount with King Dedede. I mean, he's like the only part of that game that's even moderately difficult. Okay, I take it back, Krakow also, but, you know, again.
That's series tradition.
Krakow being a bitch is just typical.
Ooh.
I think my favorite part of this as a kid growing up was always
Door
the
in
way
there.
that...
Pretty sure there's a door in there at least.
Not there, I don't think. Krakow's
I was
business
wrong.
card. God of the Sky. Professional bitch. You've always been bitch, Krakow. Always. I need to rewatch the fucking Sonic fan dubs sometime soon. I've held off on watching all of the Riders, and I've seen bits and pieces of the Riders dub, but I've held off on it ever since
God damn it!
ever since I specifically held off on watching the SA2 and 06 dubs for the first time during the during a live watch session with the group. And so I held off on doing that for Riders and the Shadow fan dub as a result, but also it takes a long time, so I might just end up doing it myself. But
I haven't watched the Shadow dub either. The only thing I know.
hey,
know
it's
from that one
me, the
is
devil.
Devil, you know, from the Bible.
I've watched them all several times.
They're
Can't get
very
over them.
good. My favorite part about that whole bit is the one version where where
Why did they give you a maximum tomato here when pushing the button refills your health?
I don't know. Well, because you can also go back there when there's no button.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
In bold text and everything. I just messed that one up. But hey, Glue, it's me, the Lennel. Oh no, fuck! I realized no. I should have just said Jack Frost because that's a demon, and then the message popped up immediately. Anyway, banger alert. Did not think that would work. At MagFest 2023, we did a thing where we played in the MagFest orchestra, and we did a Smash Brothers Melee medley, and it specifically included this song. No other songs from the series were included. It was just this song and Final Destination and the title theme. It was the only...
The DDD sprite.
Yeah, it's very good. But it was the only... It stuck out to me as weird because it is the only song from any of the games, or like any of the individual games in Smash Brothers that was represented there. Because it was just the opening theme and Final Destination, other than that. Which, to be fair, I wasn't exactly complaining about this Fountain of Dreams' presence in the medley because, god damn it, if there is any song that I had been literally dreaming about playing in a live orchestra setting since I was like 6, it would be this one. So I wasn't exactly complaining, I just found it funny. It did upset me a little bit, just a little bit. But not enough to make me not want to play it, because, like I said, I'd fucking kill the opportunity to do this part. Like, hearing the trombone section do this live filled me with so much fucking power.
Hey, Gomez!
Oh, fuck! Hey, Gomez!
Hey.
Welcome
No,
right
Gomez,
near
you
the
fucked
end.
me up!
Uh-oh.
In this baby game designed for
How
babies.
dare you?
I'm dead.
Oh.
Can we hit 30 by the end of the night? Answer is yes.
Handily.
I got distracted talking about how much I love video games. And also the control stick.
Video game's good. Video game music good.
Video game music specifically. Oh my god. Okay, I swapped from using the control stick to the D-pad. I can't tell which one was worse. Have you ever tried double tapping the GameCube D-pad to start running?
Can't say that I have.
It's not fun! No. Oh my god, Kirby. Fucking move your stupid ass.
You're the one controlling him.
I don't need your shit. Dun, dun. Very dramatic part of the song, too. Alright, I'm gonna go get another power-up. I was trying to see how long I could go at it without it, but I do want to finish this game by the end of the night. I've only got 3 minutes left. And it's tomorrow night.
Oh no!
Oh,
Watch out, you're gonna crash. Ah.
is it really tomorrow if you haven't slept yet?
Thinking emoji.
It doesn't count.
Technically it would be tomorrow morning. That's... Also, we can't go to sleep yet. We haven't returned the dreams to the residents of Dreamland. Also, love how my instinct was to go to World 5 specifically to get Tornado, because this is exactly what I did as a kid. I would like to go to bed, Mr. DDD.
No.
Kirby doesn't recognize the monarchy. He only calls him Mr. DDD. This has always
I
been
mean,
one of my favorite DDD interpretations, because there's just something about him being kind of fat, specifically with his beak also being very wide, that's very endearing to me. It also makes his inhale animation a lot less weird than when his beak is fucking tiny.
Also, according to the lore, King DDD has no claim to the throne. He just showed up one day, sat in the castle, and started ordering the Ds around.
Exactly. I mean, they've...
Please, Kirby, you gotta understand. I'm doing this for the greater good. No, 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 please. I'm begging you. Oh,
Damn.
no.
These fucking sprites are my favorite
I've always
things in the
loved
world.
that animation.
Well, you started this mess. Go sort it out.
Shout out to this song. It's just nonsense.
Or
This is the sound that this is the soundtrack that plays when I'm having a fucking mental breakdown, by the way. Wow. Good job, me. God damn it.
I was literally just about to start talking. You got this.
It's only like I've played this fight. If there was any part of this game that I've played the most, it would be this fight. Like the DDD fight and the DDD fight and the rest of the final boss encounter, just in general. It's very... It was one of the it was the first thing I ever did when I played this game, to be clear. Like, my brothers literally handed the game off to me to have me fight Nightmare Wizard. Not this part of the fight, but specifically Nightmare Wizard. So I have a certain fondness for this part of the game, like the ending of the game. Like this gradient, this color scheme,
Nice.
all phenomenal. Also, shout out to Kirby flying without
2 tries.
inflating at all. And just kind of moving his body.
He was just kind of angling his fall a bit.
Yeah. You are always moving in a gradual arc. Here, though... God, that shit's so cool.
Oh, Rockman. I mean, that's how I was introduced to Earthbound, was through its final boss.
Nope,
Watch,
nope, nothing
although in my
unusual
case, I
here.
was watching videos on YouTube about him. Yeah, we were talking about this game being a tie-in to the anime. Yeah, they're specifically using his redesign for the anime in this fight.
To be fair, it's a fucking baller-ass redesign.
Mm-hmm. He really did start the Kirby final boss teleportation thing.
Yeah, the very specific...
That every final boss has ever done since.
yeah.
And
Oh,
will
goodbye.
and will continue to do forever. This is me beating my boss.
One that got fired?
Exactly. Yeah, beat my boss.
Yeah, the fact that they keep spamming it before they finally settle on a place to attack from.
Yeah, that specifically is what always gets me about it. Like, it almost seems like it's so powerful that they can't even control that aspect of it. Like, they're just kind of... Got him.
Points. You.
Wizard that points at gay people. That said, this is a much more detailed animation for teleporting than most people give it credit for. Like, his silhouette kind of folds into itself. I don't know. But it probably didn't look that smooth on the NES. I remember when I asked Zero at one point, has the Nightmare Wizard ever been, like, relevant to anything in the grand scheme of Kirby lore? And then Team Kirby Clash Deluxe came out, and I was really happy that he
Also
reappeared.
nice.
And then really upset because I don't give a shit about Kirby Clash Deluxe.
Yeah. Kaboom.
What the? Half of the moon is gone? Our hero Kirby has fought bravely to recover the Star Rod. But King Dedede didn't mean any harm. He certainly wasn't trying to harm the Fountain of Dreams. It all began when the Nightmares appeared in the fountain. The Nightmares rode the currents of the Fountain of Dreams. Wreaking havoc and tormenting the residents of Dreamland. When King Dedede hit the Star Rod, the power source of the Fountain of Dreams. He was actually hiding it safely away from the Nightmares. Borrowing King Dedede's power, Kirby managed to defeat the Nightmares. Now that the Star Rod is returned to the fountain, everyone's dreams will return. Also, yeah, Gomez, one of the times that he is completely justified in his actions. Drop off your pillow and get ready for a good night's sleep.
I will, thank you.
I definitely will.
Bing. Nice on.
I'm trying desperately to think if I have any sound effects that are equivalent to that. We did it. We beat the baby game. We beat the baby game. We beat the baby game. We
In
beat
one
the baby
sitting.
game. We beat the baby game. We beat the baby game. Man, this guy is really styling on him. Jumping over all of his boomerangs, every single one.
Alright. Good night, Gomez.
Yeah. Good night, Gomez.
Night.
We're gonna
Good
wrap up.
night.
We're heading out ourselves. Unless we want to start Meta Nightmare.
I don't have work in the morning, but I do want to go to bed.
Yeah, understandable. Day you've had?
Yeah, today's been a lot. I need to oh man. Air grind team. They had an entire team just for that minigame. It's so funny.
Hell yeah.
It's not even that fun.
It makes sense given how different the mechanics are from the rest of the game. Even if it is
Nate
just
Bildorf.
a short part of it. Bill!
Shout out to
Bill.
Nate. Bill! Ball! Also, much like everyone else, the player in this scene realizes how fucking useless Ball is and just throws it at the enemy.
I
Uh-oh.
like Ball.
I think it's fun until you actually try to apply it in context. I think it appeared in other games, but in those other games, there's just enough more leeway with it in terms of what you can do with it that it makes it way easier to use effectively, as opposed to, oh man, now I'm sad again. You know, it occurs to me, it could be the credits overlaying this scene that caused the, now you can play his new sub-game, Boss Endurance. Sure. Alright, before we go, I need to show you some things in the menu that I would always do.
Wall has only appeared in Kirby's Adventure and Nightmare in Dreamland.
Really? What am I thinking?
I thought it was in. Is it not in Amazing Mirror?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
No?
Huh. Could have sworn.
All right, I'm gonna guess which ones these are. I think it's no. Okay, yeah, I remember now.
that that was the perfect one to start out on.
Now would be the time to sort through these and find which one is which, and find the success and fail one, and use it. Because I did that as a kid. Because I like to pretend like I was doing quick draw just by replicating it with the sounds in the menu. But I don't feel like going through 273 sounds. Anyway. Hang on. So what I would do as a kid sometimes...
Oh no.
Go!
Or sometimes I would just do it
Keep
with...
going!
Yeah, sometimes I would just do it with the intent of trying to get it to as close to of the sound as I could. So I'd go like... You know. So it's further back than this one. Oh. Where is it? Oh, all the overworld themes are just one after the other. So it'd be... Yeah, so what I would do is I would just go in the sound test menu and I would be... Just this fucking song. Because again, this is just the best version of Gourmet Race. Sorry. Literally every other version is inferior.
Even the one
That's low for
from
my
Melee.
taste.
Well, okay, well, this is the version of... like, this was designed to be like the one from Melee.
No, I know.
Yeah,
It's just
which is
using
why
a
I'm
GBA sound font.
I'm just saying, like, both this and Melee's version is like... That will forever be the best version of the song. There are fun versions, and I do love this song in other iterations. And the dinky one from Smash 64 that everyone uses in the memes and shit is good, but, like, consider how climactic of a fucking encounter it is. And you get this cool shit as opposed to the relatively dinky boss fight, like the boss music that you get in, like, when you're fighting Wispy Woods, or even the boss rush, or any other mini bosses normally. It's just, again, it's just one of the best fucking songs ever. Anyway. Anyway. Hang on. I do need to get the text pop-ups for who uses what sound effect when to come back on screen. Anyway, we're going to bed. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright, where's the fucking button?